What up? It is Tuesday and I just finished uploading my last vlog. I'm going to hopefully film a different video today. I mean, I'm gonna do this vlog, but obviously I want to do more than just vlogs, but I haven't had a lot of time to, you know, edit, record anything other than vlogs because I work a lot. If you haven't noticed, I'm like literally getting ready for work soon. But yeah, that is the plan. I did figure out that we're doing the Dunk Tank next, which means I will be rereading Deep and Dark and Dangerous by Mary Downing Hahn. It's a book that I read when I was a bit younger. It's definitely middle grade and it's spooky and I'm kind of excited. So it's pretty short, so I'm not really worried about finishing it as long as I don't forget it at work. And I am excited to see what today brings. So I have a couple hours before work. I'm going to get dressed and get ready and hopefully film a video that is not a vlog and hopefully has some sort of substance and interest to it. Honestly, if you watch these, you have my whole heart and I love you so much. Oh my gosh, what is my hair even doing? Just ignore the way that I look in all of these videos. Also, last night I watched The Prom for the first time, or no, it's just Prom. I knew someone who was in it on Broadway, but I didn't know about the show really. I didn't really listen to the music. I just didn't have time. And by the time that when it was out, I was still in college for theater and I was busy working on life. And so I finally got around to watching the movie and I was pleasantly surprised because I'm a little bit disappointed that we keep casting James Corden in literally every musical adaptation of anything ever. But I was very pleasantly surprised with how good it was. I loved the music, the choreography. They did a really great job of making it theatrical while within the visual media of film. And it was so gorgeous. So even if you don't like musicals, please go watch it. It was so good and so funny. And I cried literally the whole time. So go watch it. Hi everyone, it's the evening. I've been reading or rereading or whatever you want to call it. And I just wanted to point out that I remember nothing about this book. I mean, okay, that's not true. I do remember plot points. I think I remembered the ending, but I forget how much that I forget when I reread books, because whatever. So her mom is like straight up depressed. And I feel so bad. She's like, yeah, mom never smiles. She didn't smile in this photo I found. She never smiles now. She's always upset. All she wants to do is plant in her garden. And then her aunt shows up and I'm like, her aunt is me. She's got like chunky sandals on and red toenails and wears overalls. And I'm like, this woman is my dream. I want to be her. She's like a hippie aunt and I'm like, oh, that is so pretty. I forgot all about that. Anyway, we haven't gotten to the exciting part yet, but basically we know there's a mystery. We're trying to figure out who this T character is, who is this missing third girl in the photo. Also, I've talked about this book in a few other videos. I will have one of them pop up above if you want to watch that first, so you know a little bit more about what I'm talking about. But yeah, I really like it. I think it's so cute and it still reads pretty well for being like middle grade. So it's not like super dumbed down or anything like that. It still reads pretty easily. So, woo. Does anyone else love when the title of the book gets mentioned in the text? Because I'm gonna do a direct read. This is the aunt trying to convince the mom to let her daughter go to the lake. And she says, sure, it's cold and rainy sometimes. It's Maine, what do you expect? But there's plenty of sunshine. The mosquitoes aren't worse than any place else. The lake's deep and dark and dangerous. And I don't know, I just think it's so funny. I love when that happens. Okay, so we all agree that like children are creepy, right? And so our main character's 13. But there's a 5-year-old named Emma who is her cousin. And so it's Emma, our main character is, oh my god, they like never say her name. So there's Emma, who's 5, Allie, who is 13, and her aunt Dulcie. And I just want to say, like, a kid saying, I had a nightmare about bones in the water. There's like, I literally have chills, goosebumps, because, you know, it's one thing to be like, there's a body in the water, right? Like, that's bad. But it's another thing to have a little kid go, the bones came out of the body and they're sitting in the water. Like, Jesus Christ. Wow. Did I mention that this book was a horror/mystery novel? Thriller thing? Because it is. The bones came out. Children are scary. Good morning. I just got back from my 3-hour shift at work. I'm covered in paint because we volunteered, not really because we're getting paid, but at work I volunteered to help with the VFW in the area. So we are basically redoing the place, and I like to paint, so I went and painted the walls and did that for a couple hours this morning for my shift, and now I have the afternoon off. I have a horrible headache, so I'm gonna try and relax a little bit. I read about halfway last night, so I'm hoping to finish it today. And if I feel well enough, I want to just kind of sit in bed and read for a while and hang out, and I guess I'll let you know if anything else crazy happens. I guess to kind of get you to where I am now in the book, Allie and Emma, her little cousin, have been meeting this girl named Sissy who lives in the area, and she's kind of mean, and she's particularly mean to Allie. And you find out that this third girl in the photo that Allie had found at the beginning of the book is a girl named Teresa who died when they were 10 or 12. And so, yeah, a little bit creepy, a little creepy. And yes, I think that's pretty much where we're at right now. So Sissy has already tried to drown Emma and said it was a joke, and she's kind of scaring the girls at this point. And so that's where we're at, and things are heating up. And someone vandalized her her aunt's art studio, saying that she needs to stop lying and say what she did in order to have this stop. So kind of a ghost story going on right now. There's some creepy things happening, some crazy things happening, and it's spicing up. Hello, what's up? I am back. Oh my gosh, it is bright. I just woke up from a nap because I was not feeling well, but I did finish the book, and it was pretty good. I think I would give it also probably like 3.5 stars. For different reasons than The Lovely Bones. I would say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about this lighting. Oh my gosh, okay, well, I can either be super shiny or I can be in the dark. So, I would say that for a middle grade book, wanting something creepy, yes, 100 times yes, this is great. I would say, as an adult reading it, it is definitely does not have the same oomph to it that it had when I was younger, because the storyline is pretty easy to figure out literally from the get-go. But I would say that there were still a lot of moments that were creepy and thrilling. It was short, it was interesting, it kept me engaged. I thought the writing really wasn't too simplistic, if that makes sense. Like, even as an adult reading it, I wasn't like, ugh, this is boring. But it wasn't like hard to figure out, if you know what I mean. So I really enjoyed it, and Carol enjoyed it too, right? Yeah.
You may be asking yourself, Emily, what else are you reading? You can't possibly only be reading these few things. And the answer is, I am only reading these few things this month. I have put a lot of pressure on myself to read a lot since starting this booktube channel, and I'm just busy, and I don't want to feel bad for not reading. I love reading, but I don't want to make stress out of something that I love. And while once I finish a book, I will pick up another one, I'm not going to stress and psych myself out I'm not going to stress and psych myself out in order to reach some goal that I've set for myself for absolutely no reason. So now that I finished Deep and Dark and Dangerous, I want to finish White Sand by Brandon Sanderson. I have a few other books, I think, that I have set aside to kind of finish up. We have one more challenge, the Egg Toss Challenge, which is the buddy read. I'm gonna pick up my book from the bookstore today and read that for the Buy Book Club. Also, if you haven't already gotten the book, A Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, get it now, read it so you can join us at the end of the month. And yeah, I think that is what my goal is for the end of the month, and I'm gonna make a video talking about books I'm excited to read in 2021 and just leave it at that. For the rest of today, because I have today off, I am going to actually learn a dance for my friends and probably crochet a little bit and maybe read a little bit more and drink some hot chocolate and watch a Christmas movie, because I never have time to do nothing, and that is exactly what I want to do. Good morning, hello. This was supposed to be filmed yesterday, but whatever, here we are. Today is Friday morning, so it is the start of the Buddy Read Challenge, and I am reading A Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, which literally came in last night at the store. So I finally got that on my hands, and I will be reading that for the Buddy Read and also for the Buy Book Club Book of the Month. If you are not already planning on coming to our live stream, you better now. Our first one is located over on Kelsey's channel at I Read Today. It is, in all seriousness, it's a really fun time and you should definitely check it out. So yeah, I guess this will be the end of the vlog. Oh, did I talk about the end of the book? I think I did a little bit. I think I ended up rating it 3.5 stars on Instagram. Definitely still lived up to my expectations of childhood, but because I'm an adult now, I just don't know if I can justify giving it more than that. It was really great though, and definitely a good read if you want something that's gonna give you goosebumps when you're reading it. As always, if you made it this far along in the video, thank you so much for watching. You are so appreciated. I hope you have a great rest of your day.